So, hello there everyone, and welcome. It is Niran here, and today it is time for yet another video going through things I hate about FIFA 20 career mode. I know, we've got a second one. It wasn't really that difficult, honestly. There's so many things about FIFA 20 career mode that are frustrating that these videos do kind of come naturally to me. I did one of these videos before, as I alluded to. You can check out a link in the top right of the screen that will take you at the end of the video to that one. We're going to just jump straight into things, and I'm going to bring you 8 things that I strongly dislike about FIFA 20 career mode. Feel free to give me ones of your own down in the comments section below, and if you're new, subscribe. If you enjoy the video, slap a like on this one. It really helps me out. But let's get into things, shall we? There's been a massive patch to FIFA 20 career mode since the last one of these I did. In fact, some of those aren't even relevant anymore. However, one that certainly is relevant that's been caused by the patch is that the good teams are now too good. Yes, you heard me correctly. The teams that we were all complaining about in terms of how bad they were, we're now complaining about how good they are. I realize how hypocritical this sounds, and it sounds like, oh, you know, you're just complaining about everything. EA can never get anything right. And I do hear that, like, ultimately, we wanted the good teams to be good, and that is the case now. I have no issue with the good teams being too good when you play them. That's fine. I want to, if I'm using Newcastle, for example, in my career mode, and I'm playing Manchester City, I want it to feel like I'm playing Manchester City, because then I feel more rewarded if I beat them. That's always been the issue in the past. The big teams play terribly. That certainly isn't a thing anymore after the most recent patch. However, what is a thing is those teams are now scoring like a stupid amount of points in a season. I've seen loads of screenshots of teams like Manchester City scoring 120 points in a season. Like winning 37 games, drawing 1, and losing none. Like, it infuriates me. How can you not do anything right? It's not like it's a small window to get in between. Like, we complained when big teams were getting relegated, and now we're complaining when teams are winning every single game. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not hard to fit in between those two things, alright? I'm not asking for much. But yeah, teams are, even in the other leagues as well, even in the ones that you're not controlling, like Bayern are winning every game, and Paris Saint-Germain are scoring 110 points. It's just not realistic. Like, even last year, that incredible Premier League season where City and Liverpool were so good, neither of them even scored 100 points. So to have teams getting 120 in La Liga and in the Premier League is just outrageous, so that needs sorting. On the flip side as well, it's having an effect on the smaller teams. I've seen one where Sheffield United got relegated with 1 point after 38 games. Like, what's the point, man? Like, it's just stupid, and it just, again, shows a lack of actual testing for this game mode. Number 2, we've got loaning players out is far too difficult. Still, this has always been an issue. It has been for like 3 years now. It's just, I don't understand. You'll ask them, do you want game time? And they'll be like, yes I do. And then you're like, okay, I'm sorry, I can't provide that. Do you want to go out on loan so you can get the game time that you want? And they're like, nah fam, I'm actually alright, actually, I'll just sit on the bench. I don't want you to be on the bench. Dynamic potential is a thing this year. You're just gonna waste away and turn into nothingness. So that needs sorting. I think we brought that up as game changes at FIFA 18. It was an issue in FIFA 17 as well. Will it ever be fixed? I don't know. Probably not. Number 3, we've got the home game sim advantage. I know this has been wiped out with FIFA's realism mod, which for those on the PC, you can download down in the description below. I'll leave a link to that and his Patreon. It obviously fixes a lot of things, does that realism mod, and this is one of those. But the home game sim advantage, basically whenever you sim a game and you're away from home, you're gonna lose. Like, it doesn't matter who you're playing, who you are, you're gonna... I think I've seen genuinely a cup game where Salford beat Liverpool because they were at home. Like, I get it, as in, you know, cup upsets can happen, but being at home doesn't even do that much anymore. Like, for sure, it might alter the way teams play. A team might go into an away fix just slightly more defensive, but it doesn't necessarily mean they're going to lose. Maybe it should still be there, like, a tiny bit, in terms of, you know, a tiny bit more likely to win a game if you're at home, but it's way too overpowered and too strong, and has been since time began, honestly. Since Sims began, I think there's always been this overpowered element. Number 4 isn't necessarily something they've done wrong, but it's just something that I dislike and I wish wasn't the case. is the fact that a career mode save only lasts 15 seasons. I think one of the great things about Football Manager is you can just carry on going forever. You can get any sorts of teams in the Premier League after like 100 years. Like, the world of football can really change in a Football Manager save, whereas in career mode you're only limited to 15 seasons. I don't know why. There may be some actual genuine reason within the coding as to why they can only do 15 seasons. There probably is, but I do kind of just wish you could go on, even if it was for 30, just for my own personal benefit. I think most people wouldn't necessarily play more than 15 seasons of a career mode. I don't think many people can get through one season of a career mode this year, but personally, for like content creation, that would be insane if you could actually sim like 50 years into the future without using mods. Number 5, there's not enough big AI transfers. Like, you can get to the end of a career mode save 15 years into the future. Matthijs de Ligt, Jadon Sancho, and Mbappe are all playing for the same team they started at every single time. Like, anytime you do a career mode save, certainly Sancho and Mbappe will always be at the same team. There's a decent amount of transfers this year. I think they have boosted that a little bit, but there's never big ones. Or if there are, there's like one every single transfer window, like Pogba goes to Real Madrid. Okay, cool. That's 2020's big transfer. Moving on to 2021. Like I always do a mini-series of simming towards the end of FIFA career mode. I've done it for like the last few years now. Did it this year, and as per usual, it is quite difficult once you get to the end of a career mode save to find big players who are actually at different clubs, which I find ridiculous, because if you think about it, over the course of 15 years, how many players are going to stay at the same club? Especially like someone like Jadon Sancho, who's been linked with a move away since literal time began. Number 6, we've got the editing player glitch. For those that don't know, if a player is a certain position and you go into the editing player tab, even if it's just to untuck their shirts or give them some like wristband or something, I don't know, no, wrist tape, that wristband, that would be stupid. Basically, it messes up their position. There's a long-winded explanation that's to do with the coding of the game that I can't really be bothered to go into, but it just messes up everything. It only works with certain positions. So you'll get a centre mid, for example, untuck their shirts, and then suddenly they become an attacking mid. Their overall changes, their attributes change or whatever. It just kind of messes about with the player. They lose secondary positions as well. I think it's also the case with right wingers, left wingers, and centre forwards, maybe strikers too. It's a massive pain, and again, as I said, it causes overalls to change. It's just a stupid glitch once again. Was not a thing in FIFA 19, so I don't understand how it's become a thing this year. They did change the FIFA 20 edit player systems. That might be the reason why, I guess. I think you can edit players in like any team now, which in fairness is a good feature, but it seems to have come with a pretty annoying glitch as well. The penultimate one we've got is that player ethnicities, although fixed in a lot of places, are still catastrophic in others. I think they've fixed Africa now and fixed the majority of European countries, but South America is still ridiculous. Every single player from South America is white. So you can't get black Brazilians anymore. You can't get black Colombians, even though the majority of Colombia's national team is black. The same with Ecuador, the same with Peru. Everyone is white. Again, I mean, I've got to give kudos to EA for fixing it in a sense. As I said, you know, the European countries, the African countries are now predominantly fixed. It's all calm in that sense, but it still needs work, to be honest. And finally, we've got that some stats can't be trained. This one really actually annoys me. Like, why can I train sprint speed, but not acceleration? What's the point? It doesn't make any sense. How can I train? They're so similar. How can I not be able to train acceleration? But it just doesn't. Composure is another one. Reactions as well. So many physical stats you can't actually train. You should actually be able to train everything. There should actually be a training drill for every single attribute. To be honest with you, I think the training system has become a little bit flawed over the years. I think they need to probably improve it to some degree. But this is the most pressing issue. I want to be able to train any attribute I like to. It's so frustrating only being able to train certain things that are mostly technical. And I understand maybe it's harder to train certain things in real life, but it's not impossible to train certain things. Even mental attributes you could train realistically. But that is going to be it from me. That's a further 8 things that I hate about FIFA 20 career mode. Let me know what you think down in the comments section below. Are there any that I missed out? Are there any that I was maybe a bit too harsh on that I featured in this video? I mentioned it in the video, but the link to Fifa's realism mod will be down in the description below, or the Patreon for it. I'd highly recommend, if you are playing on PC, you can get rid of most of the issues that I've talked about in this video and general issues on the game using using that. If you enjoyed it though, slap a like on this one and subscribe if you are new to the channel. It's the big red button under the video and it massively helps me out. You can also follow me on social media. It is at the official FNG on Twitter and on Insta. But it's been a pleasure ranting at you guys today. Have a great day, enjoy yourselves, and goodbye.